Ladies and gentlemen, we know you might be confused. We are the Israeli Embassy Love Division. We are here to tell you that everything we do in the Middle East is out of love. Very true. We love the Palestinians in their own special way. Shalom. Okay, everyone, yeah, using the megaphone's a bit funny because, you know, a lot of people worry what they're going to say, but the trick I find is just take your brain out of gear and rev the engine and just let all the bullshit flow out. Because if you think about what you're going to do, you don't enter the zone and then you don't know what to say. So a lot of the stuff you see on YouTube, though, is kind of edited, obviously. Because, you know, for all the funny stuff that Danny or I tried to say, we said a lot of really boring shit, you know, that we don't put on YouTube. So don't feel worried or scared that people won't listen, that you might say something stupid. Everything is stupid, so just feel free to come up and say something.
People should not be afraid of their government. No. Government should be afraid of their people. Thank you.
Hey! Okay, he broke the ice. Let's see, anyone else? That's it, yeah!
Doug's always got something to say. I'll give him the megaphone.
Yeah.
I happen to speak dog, and what he says is that the policemen look very fetching in their bulletproof vests and submachine guns.
That I would argue one of the only species that has ever contemplated our own extinction. We are probably the only species who can actually avoid our extinction if we can manage to survive in the next 200 years. So yes, we are under threat, and yes, there are problems in the world, but people should be motivated by these problems. Those problems should be sources of inspiration and not sources of pessimism. This is by a friend, Gen Y from America. So yeah, one of you may know Terence McKenna. He was saying the apocalypse is not something which is coming. The apocalypse has arrived in major portions of the planet, and it's only because we live within a bubble of incredible privilege and social insulation that we still have the luxury of anticipating the apocalypse. If you go to Bosnia, Somalia, Peru, or much of the third world, then it appears that the apocalypse has already arrived.
Nice. Thank you. Hey!
He's eating cake, be careful.
Cake is that dangerous drug.
The cake has nothing in it, I promise. It's from, where's it from? Miss Crimble's. Oh, it's very nice, Danny, thank you.
Everyone, this is Nathan.
I want to say a few words. I think this is quite important, actually. This world that we live in, unfortunately, is like going down the pan, as we all know. Basically, though, we all have a choice, don't we? We either choose to participate in what's going on. We choose to go to certain establishments that, you know, like literally are poisoning and fattening people up. Basically, not caring about what they're putting in the ingredients. There's shit going into our water. It's endless. Basically, though, we actually are participating in it because we're not speaking up. Not enough people are actually saying anything anymore. People are scared. Scared for no good reason, really, because if we give them our consent, they will just trample all over us. It's just really simple. You just don't consent. There is nothing more to it. You just basically have to make your own choices in life, and you have to come up with possibly a new direction. Just change little things. Start with the small little things. It really does matter. These people with guns that walk around with their guns, yeah, they might have the power, or they think they have the power because they've got it in a bullet, but at the end of the day, I've got this thing that I say on Facebook, and basically I use mind bullets. That's what I choose to do. I put posts out there that basically will be like a bullet to people's minds, because at the end of the day, if they don't start questioning where they are, like I've just said, they are going to be walked all over. And we are being walked all over. Look at what's happening in Iraq. in Afghanistan. There's people dying everywhere, and not enough people are willing to just do a simple thing, like I'm actually quite nervous, but picking up a microphone and talking to other people. Recently, after a few drinks on the tube, I actually decided to have a whole conversation with a tube carriage.
No.
I did, yes.
No way, man.
I did. I had one guy tell me to shut up, but basically, after I'd said what I had to say, I actually had a lot of the tube carriage actually starting to talk to one another. Like I had two Muslim guys saying to me, "You should turn to Islam," and I was actually thinking to myself, do you know what? Your actual peaceful message and actually inviting me into Islam is quite a nice one, and I thanked him for it. The whole tube carriage was talking. It was an experience that I thought I'd never have, because I've never really spoken out like this before. But I think it's time we all can speak out. If everyone was to get up out of their beds this morning, every single person in this country out of their beds, and even if they go and sit down in the street peacefully, just sit there and watch the governments. What are they going to do? Shit, there's people sitting in the street. And if everyone just decides even maybe just for one day not to go to work, you know, just, you know, one day a protest. No, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to support this establishment anymore. I am no longer going to watch kids die in other countries for bankers to make loads and loads of money off of the backs of people that work very hard in this country. I'm really, really angry and annoyed. And this is why I'm speaking out. Taxation is fraud. Pure and simple. I pay my taxes, yes, I am what you would call a law-abiding citizen. But people are waking up now. They are really waking up to where their tax dollars are going to. Tax pounds or dollars, sorry. I speak to a lot of American people on the internet. What's that? No, of course I wouldn't, because it would be going on weapons of mass destruction, nothing more. I don't see my taxes going anywhere good. You know what I mean? There's all plush, nice cut grass in there. The area where I live, it's fucking overgrown, pardon my language. It's overgrown. The streets are dirty because they're not putting money into public services. They're just not doing it. And at the end of the day, they end up poisoning our water, they're shitting our food. But again, like I say, we either participate or we don't. We give them our consent or we don't. It's as simple as that. And I'm just really pleased to see the amount of people that are turned out today. I actually came on my own, invited one more person, who I'm pleased to see as well. And yeah, I just want to say, thanks for coming.
Yeah!
Thank you, Nathan. To all the passers-by, we ask you, there's nothing to see here. Please carry on with your shopping. If you stand around here, you might get messages which you will not hear on the corporate-controlled mainstream media. If you wish to stay in the matrix, just take the blue pill. Did I get that right? Is it the blue pill? Yeah. But we'd also like to thank the police for bringing us two nice props, some nice police cars over there. The Love Police has a very low budget, so we can only hire them for the next hour. I had to pay them beforehand. They're actually RADA, Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, you know, trained actors, and they are trained today not to smile or to be very positive. But sometimes, just like the best actors, they fall out of their role. And soon, not right now because I don't feel they're quite ready yet, but very soon we will do a mass hugging campaign. But big prizes will be awarded to anyone who hugs an armed policeman. But please try not to grab his gun, it makes them very nervous. It makes them very, very nervous.